Big fan of Jamie Kotler and his work. He's an incredible thinker. It always comes back to flow states and optimal performance, which is great because sometimes his thinking is off the charts, but it's always rooted in that. And I picked up one of his posts today. He was talking about the collapse of benign authority, this authority figures that we've perhaps held to be true in life. They come to you, it's formal, they're in a uniform. And actually that's eroding. The more I look at it and the more we look at it, I guess there's examples of that, where you think, the authority of a large corporation, and suddenly they're not paying taxes, large corporation. There's scandals, perhaps what they're saying about their manufacturing parts might not be true, and I'm not going to name names, but it's certainly eroded. And then we could go on about that, the scandals and everything else, and it's not just recent. You can track it for years from the 70s to the present day. The bit that then comes back to the centre, really, of the conversation about being at our very best in what we do, is it comes down to the leadership of self, and that's sometimes a word we don't always associate with self, because it is self-leadership. Whether you're in a leadership role or not, there's self-leadership to manage and maintain the conditions and conditioning of myself. And if we haven't got that security or the environment or the infrastructure in the kind of authority, if it is perhaps not collapsed, but certainly eroding and perhaps lacking confidence in it, we have to take matters into our own hands to lead self. And I'd certainly say there's two things, there's two skill sets. Of course, there's a leadership of others, number one, but there's a leadership of self. And actually we need to really challenge and critique and monitor and notice, where do we get this information and evidence from? And if there is a collapse or an eroding of this benign authority, then we need to take it upon ourselves and make choices and decisions ourselves and really power up. Not, it might be there, the authority figure or what we need actually might be in good place, but not in all cases. So sometimes it's a case we have to power up our own self-leadership.